Very good morning, and I know I was not doing the videos for some time, but I'm back right now. While I was unwell, market is also not so great, and there was quite a bit of a drastic movement in the market, which is obviously not on the positive side, but on the negative side. So today morning, I spent some time on analyzing: is this bearish market is going to continue or it's going to stop? I mean, obviously nobody knows for sure, but then we can only look at the past data and then see what probably can happen. So let me share quickly my Excel sheet and all right. So I tried to analyze what really happened in the past occurrences. Obviously, I did not go beyond COVID. So COVID, I think most of you know that there was definitely drop, and then after that there was massive up move, and I believe obviously any up move will not continue perpetually, right? So there got to be some break, and then today I think I would think probably market at least in the last couple of days took some breather. So this is the current bearish market. Let me put into green just for the differentiation, or maybe let me put into orange, right? So all right. So obviously in this current trend, the peak reached about 26,277, and then okay. Before that, I want to check if I'm audible. Oops, not audible. All right. So obviously the peak went to 26,277. This was sometime in September, and then today we are November 13th or November 12th, right? So almost it took 50 days, and definitely it's about 9.4% down in about 50 days. But then before this, we had one more bearish trend started sometime in November 2022 and then ended in March, which is almost like 112 days, which is close to about 5 months, I think. So there we had a drop of about 10.9%. This is probably the second biggest one. And then before I get on to third and then fourth, we also had a massive downfall. This is just after the COVID moment, right? So let me put this into red for now. So now within this, we had some sub movements here and there. But right now, if you look at this particular trend, which pretty much went to the peak of about 18,604. And then the low, it was 15,183 and close to 18.4% drop, which is close to about 238 days. And almost like October, it's like almost like it went for 8 to 9 months kind of time frame. And then within this time frame between October 2021 and then June 2022, we also had some very small bearish markets, and these are like what happened at that point of time market. While it is falling, there was almost there was a bit of a sine curve kind of a movement, and that's what has happened. So within this particular time frame, which is August 2021 to June 2022, we also had two small bearish trends from January 2022 to March 2022, which again lasted for about 49 days, and this was drop of about 14.6%. And then also between October 2022 and then June 2022, we also had a drop of about 16.2%, and then it is about lasted for about 70 days. I think the recent days, if I remove this mega trend, right? So we had bearish market went for 70 days, 49 days, 112 days, and then almost right now, obviously we're in the bearish market, right? So let's look at whether this is going to be reversed or not. I think that's obviously very important thing to learn. I mean, obviously nobody knows what it's going to happen in the market. Right? Today I was looking at the Gift Nifty, and then it is showing some bit of a bearish trend. So I also try to mark some numbers here. Let me quickly share my screen. All right. So these are all the These are all the trends that I'm looking at right now. One second, let me look at the. I'm doing good now. I have recovered, if not fully 100%, but 95%, I think. Can one of you confirm if I'm audible? I would assume I'm audible. If not, do let me know. I think let me increase the font here. So today is November 13th, and I think most of you would know. Yesterday, Nifty formed I think both the Bank Nifty and Nifty both formed bearish engulfing, which is obviously bearish. The name itself says bearish, right? So it's definitely a bearish trend. Okay, let me move this to this screen. All right. Okay, you can't see that then. Okay. So I think few important levels that I wanted to really talk, right? So let me zoom it. All right. So these are all the levels that I'm seeing. I think the PCR right now, it's obviously not so cooperative, right? It's about 0.52. While ATM PCR, I think it's about 0.8 or 9, but then ATM we can't really definitely trust. I think both the PCRs are absolutely down. So this is 0.52, this is 0.55. And then my view, I think it's going to be bearish to flat kind of a market. Key support levels for Nifty 23753. I mean, it could be 23800 as well. But then if that breaks, then there's going to be massive downfall. That's what I could guess. I'll in fact show you the chart also. Right now, Nifty is trading between 100 EMA and then 200 EMA. I think at least one of them uh, needs to really break. I will come to my own analysis of why market is falling, right? I mean, once if it falls, all of us can really derive the reasons around it. But I think let's look at what could be the reasons. And other support level is 23400. If it breaks, obviously it's going to go to 23100. I know it's a little far, but then it is 23198. That's absolutely right. And the open interest, looking at open interest, I think these are all some of the support levels at this point of time, at least for tomorrow's expiry. I did not really look at November and expiry, but then 23900, 23800, 23500. Those are all the levels. On the upper side, 23030 is definitely key resistance, and 23170, and then 24180. And open interest side, obviously 24000 got the highest open interest, and then after that you had 24200, 24500. But I think my view, 24200 seems to be definitely a good resistance level, I think, by looking at the PCR and other things. So Bank Nifty is little tricky, and today is being expiry. I'm expecting definitely some bit of volatility. But then yesterday, FinNifty had shown a lot of volatility, right? Generally, when FinNifty is highly volatile, Bank Nifty goes little calmer. But yeah, we never know if you're trading on the expiry date today. Be cautious. So that's very important. I think probably instead of looking at the support levels, because today is expiry, I think it's important to look at the open interest. Open interest lower side is 50800, which is on the P side, and then 50500, after that 5000. And then on the CE side, there is a good amount of resistance at 51500, and then after that 5200. I think my view, if somebody shorts 5200, I think they should be well off. Let's see how that they would really shape up. But then I think Bank Nifty is also 0.55, which is not so great from the PCR perspective. As I said, let me quickly take you through the trading. Probably I'll start with Kite, and then just give me a few seconds. All right. Okay. So this is, as I said earlier, if I go to 1-day chart, right? So this is 100 EMA and then this is 200 EMA. I think if you look at the data from 23rd October onwards, there is, it is obviously between these two. Earlier, it was hovering between 50 DMA and then 100 DMA. Once 100 DMA broke, it pretty much did not really come back to 100 DMA at all. So right now, I would think this expiry probably expire between these two levels, 100 DMA and 200 DMA, unless there is some bit of a trigger. And then obviously, if it goes anything above or below, we can say bullish movement, and below we can say even bearish movement. And I think once you, I think I did share the Excel sheet earlier, right? Some of these bearish markets might even last for about 6 months to 9 months, and short bearish movements could be probably 3 to 4 months kind of thing, right? So we'll have to be ready with those kind of bearish markets as well. All right, so 200 DMA is about 223,531, and this is not very far. It's just a matter of Nifty falling another 2%. I think this obviously will be breaking, and then on the upper side we have 24718, which is on the 100 EMA. I think the Nifty obviously has to cross either of these two to either to show bullish or bearish movement. And Bank Nifty doesn't have that problem. Bank Nifty 100 DMA is just broken yesterday, but then we have 200 DMA is quite far, which is about 49,726. This is also one of the resistance point that I had shown earlier. So I think Bank Nifty will have to be a bit careful. Yesterday, as I said, it's a quite strong bearish engulfing candle, so there could be some bit of a down move as well. So one of those things can happen absolutely. And this box is a Darvas box. This is also quite useful in case, obviously Darvas box, in case if it goes above, this is obviously the top, but then the bottom side, if it goes below 50,194, it might definitely fall into the bearish market. But my view, I think this monthly expiry would stay between these two lines, I think, which is the peak of when did it reach? It reached on 26th September, which is about 54467, and then bottom it reached about October 7th. And yeah, I think this is one levels that you can, two levels that you can definitely watch. So as I said, if it falls below this, it can be a bearish market. And then but I think I'm not expecting this month to definitely go anywhere close to the top level, and the probability is very absolutely less. And then you also see there is a triple top here, which is at 5 to 500 level. Ideally today, if I have to trade, I would do just a C short and then keep calm. That's all. I will resume the trading mostly today. I think that's the plan at this point of time. I think overall verdict is it's bearish to flat. I'm not expecting a bullish move, at least today and then tomorrow. And Friday, I think, is holiday, and we also have additional holiday on 20th, I think, because of the Maharashtra elections, and there are one additional holiday. And then I think Christmas is not holiday because is it holiday? Yeah, Christmas also is holiday. I think it's Wednesday. Sorry, Christmas is next month. My bad. I think, yeah, this year we have only 3 holidays. One is 15th, and then the 20th, and then obviously 25th, I think. That's all. I think that's all from my end from now. Let me quickly take some questions, and if possible. I think the fundamental, I know once the market falls, all of us, any of us can really derive some reasons why market is falling, right? But I think nobody knows. I wish people say this before market fall. I think that there is definitely, my view, geopolitical and also internal issues, right? So I believe last month the government spend has decreased quite significantly. Usually government do spend on the infrastructure and then all the public projects. I think that went down quite significantly. That was one reason. I think the inflation has gone up. When inflation goes up, people would be a bit cautious to really spend money. I think that is also, my view, caused some bit of an impact. And then there is obviously, when Trump came in, there was a thinking that there is going to be a lot of interest on the Make in make in America, not make in India. Make in America, which means that the imports from the other countries would drastically reduce. And I know India doesn't have too much of an exports to US, but still, I think the market is market, right? So even if it is small quantity, then there is going to be some impact. I think these are all the few things that I could sense. And also, after Trump came in, there is a massive interest on the Bitcoin. I know India got a lot of restrictions on investing in Bitcoin, but still, some people might probably route their money to Bitcoin kind of instruments. And I think that's, and also I think one more important thing was there is always news that I think China, there is a package that the government actually came up with. I not remember the exact number. I think that runs into a couple of $1 billion, right? So it's a relief package for the local companies to invest more into Chinese market. I think my view, these are all some of the things, and also I think one more prominent thing was PE ratio of India seems to be quite overvalued, and that is also one reason that FIs are not investing. I just looked at the data, and then this is probably one of the longest streak where FIs are always the net sellers. I think trend started back on September. I think probably this from this peak. From this peak, FIS started selling, and then after that they never took rest, right? So pretty much every day they are selling, and it's if you look at there are quite a bit of days from there to here, and this I believe is the longest streak that FIS were selling. I hope they will probably keep buying one day, but right now DAs are saving. DAs in the sense, in fact, if you are doing a SIP in mutual funds, obviously that money is getting into market. And also retail investors like you and then me are buying some things here and there. I think that's where the market is actually standing at this point of time. I'm sure it will recover, but right now, yeah, I think so. I'm still investing, so I'm not trading actively. But then whenever market falls, I do go on then create some money and put some money. I think that's what I'm doing. And no, yesterday I couldn't trade actually. If Nifty breaks below next in fact, I think Nifty already broke I think it's pretty much broke June, I think June 26th or 27th. That's what I saw. Not August. I think it went below August 5th, I think, as of my knowledge. Thank you. How do learn investing stocks, or how do you do it as a? So I mean I did create some baskets in Trendline. They're public baskets, and that's what I invest. And probably I'll ping you offline, Prabhu. I'll in fact, if you go to Trendline and then search, you will find some baskets. That's what I do currently. I think that's all it is. I think, yeah, I'm coming back to verdict. I think it's going to be flat to bearish, and do not expect any miracles to recover back until unless FIS actually bought into story of India. I think that's what it is. All right. Have a great remaining day, and then bye-bye.